So today we're in the St James Conservation Area. We're doing an overnight tramp to a place called Princess Bath, and Princess Bath is a place I've wanted to do for a couple of years. Tried to a couple of years ago, but was mainly defeated by the heat at the time. But looks like the weather's good for it this time around, although temperatures will be cold tonight. When we're camping up there at Princess Bath, they should be good for walking into the place. So if you can see off in the distance there, you'll see a peak in the distance with a little bit of snow on the top, and then just down to the left of that you see some scree with a little bit of snow to the left again. Now just at the bottom of that scree is an alpine lake called Princess Bath. The peak is called Mount Princess, and next to the lake is a couple of little camping spots, and that's the plan, is to walk in there and camp up there for the night and then walk back out again tomorrow. Well, we're now on the four-wheel drive track that heads from Top House Road to Mailing Pass. We drove so far along that just to save a couple of kilometres probably of walking, and then we got to a locked gate. Now you can apply to DOC for the access code to that locked gate and come through there, and I knew that, but I felt that would make the walk in to our campsite for the night a little bit too short, so I decided to park up at the gate. There's a little bit of a parking space off to the side. You could probably get 2, 3, maybe even 4 vehicles on that, and then we've started walking in from there. So we've been walking for about 25 minutes so far, and you can see the four-wheel drive track up ahead of us. This wouldn't have been too bad. I could have got the car definitely over this way. You can certainly get it to the top of the path, and I'm in a Subaru Outback, but you need something more serious four-wheel drive to go down the other side of Mailing Pass to the Waiau River. Logan spotted something. Logan! Hey! Logan! He spotted this rabbit. Now the rabbit spotted me. Logan! It'd be funny if he came back up and he missed it. Come here! Yeah, this place is absolutely full of rabbits here. In fact, it's the reason why they don't farm it anymore, is because there was a plague of rabbits in, I don't know, the 19th century. I think maybe towards the end of the 19th century, the rabbits had destroyed the land so much that it was just uneconomical to graze it anymore. They tried putting in a rabbit-proof fence, but obviously that didn't work, and in the end the landowners, I think they abandoned it and sold it to the Crown, who ultimately turned it into a conservation area for recreation, and for people like me to come walk around, tramp, camp, walk your dog. It's one of the few areas near Christchurch where you can come with your dog and just walk around. And that there up ahead is where we're heading to. This is actually quite a nice view of it from here, because once we keep going along this four-wheel drive track, then we end up losing sight of that, and we're actually going to come in. You can kind of see the ridge line up ahead. We're going to be on that ridge line. There's a sort of a prominent peak in the middle of the view at the moment. I think that's point 1905. We're going to either go to the top of that or maybe skirt underneath it. We'll decide when we get there. But you can see now, this is a really good view of our destination. You can see Mount Princess is the peak at the back with the snow down the gully in the front there, and then you can see the wall, the prominent wall just below the first lot of scree from the peak, and then just to the right of that wall you can see a waterfall coming down, and that's where the Princess Bath, that's where the lake empties into that waterfall, and then there's a stream comes all the way down that valley there. And here we are at Mailing Pass. If we were to carry on the four-wheel drive track, we would head down this trail in front of us here. It's still a four-wheel drive track, but it's much gnarlier than the one that we've come up. You really need proper four-wheel drive for that. And then down below you've got the Waiau River, and as you can see off in the background there's some snowy peaks over there, but that's not where we're heading today. We're going to be heading up here, so I'm going to follow this ridgeline directly in front of us up, I believe, onto the top, that little hill you can see in front of us, and then carry on beyond that. That's the valley that we've just come up there. We walked along that four-wheel drive track. Down in the distance you can see the bottom end of Lake Tennyson. It's a nice little campsite actually, but unfortunately dogs are not allowed, which is a bit of a shame, because we could have tagged on another night, parked up next to the lake, done a bit of fishing, there is trout in the lake, and then headed back the next day. But yeah, no dogs allowed, unfortunately. Just enjoying a nice little lunch here, little break, little rest, and the flies are bothering Logan. I've told him to ignore them, but he can't. What are you doing? Don't swallow it, you fool. Just have just have a little drink. Go for a swim. This is almost our destination. So you can see there's like a strong solid wall of rock, and just to the right there's a waterfall coming down out of there. Well, just behind that wall of rock is a lake, and that lake is Princess Bath. You'll be able to see the snow in that gully coming from Mount Princess there. We could see that from down at the road at the bottom, if you remember. So that's our destination. So we're not going to get there from here, so we need to climb up a little bit more up here and then drop down to the lake. Look at that, what a view. Lake Tennyson in the distance, the Clarence River behind that, and then just mountains as far as the eye can see. And Logan's itching to get going. Shall we go? Come on then, up you go. Go on. Okay, there it is. There's the first glimpse of the lake. We're not finished climbing yet. We're going to head up this thing behind me here and then drop down into the lake from there. So, come on, Logan. Bit more work to do, pal. Let's head up this way. Okay, so we got about 40 meters left to go vertical until we get to point 1906. So as you can see, it's a little bit rocky, it's a bit of a scramble. So I've put the poles, the walking poles away. I think I'm going to need my hands on this one just to be grabbing the rocks. So I'm going to make my way up there pretty slowly, take it steady. I don't know if Logan will be in front of me or behind of me, but if he's behind, I don't want to be knocking any rocks down on him. So it's steady away now. We'll just have a little scramble up the top there and see what happens when we get over that little bit just at the top from what you can see there. After that, it's not too far, and then we just walk along the ridge line and down to the lake. So all right, let's crack on. It's Logan the mountain dog. Can you get up there, pal? Yeah, you can do that. Up you go. Go on, you'll find a way. Are these steady? What about this way, Logan? Ooh, you nearly knocked me over. And so here we are at point 1906, and we've got amazing views. It really is. Views in all directions. Only a few hours ago, I was right down there in the distance somewhere, looking up at this wall and the ridgeline with the snow, thinking, man, that's such a long way away. And now here we are. I don't know how many hours we're in, about 4 hours in, I think. And I stood looking down at the lake going, man, that is such a long way away. So anyway, we're gonna take a wander down there now, and we're gonna go and set up camp for the night. And there she is, Princess Bath. At the moment, we're just standing right next to the stream that comes out of Princess Bath. And when we were walking up, we could see the waterfall coming down there over the top of the wall at the end of the lake. And this is, you can see here, I mean, essentially it runs down here and then drops just over the edge there. So we're right at the top of the waterfall here, and I'm just going to take a walk up the stream and show you where it starts from. And there you have it. That's where it comes from. Amazing. Logan's enjoying it. You going for a swim, pal? Go on then. Go on. That's us all set up. Tent set up. Right next to the lake. Beautiful spot. Really peaceful. Alright, so it's dinner time, and tonight we've got a Radix peri peri meal. I don't think I've had one of these before, so not exactly sure what it's going to be like. A lot of people give Radix a big thumbs up. It's not looking good. It looks a bit like baby food. But it's peri peri, and so let's give it a go, see what it's like. As you can see, it's a bit like baby food. That's not too bad. So yeah, my dining table tonight is a little bit different from my usual one. It's nice and peaceful. Sun's gone down behind the mountains now. There's a drop in temperature, but it's not uncomfortable. I mean, I've got warm gear on, so it's not uncomfortable. It certainly was uncomfortable a little bit earlier when I was sitting in the tent and the cloud was clear and the sun was just beating down on us. It was really quite warm, so it's quite pleasant now. The wee man's having a kip. So he's down there. He's had his dinner and he's just resting now. I think he'll sleep there until I get up and go into the tent, and he'll come in the tent and he'll just sleep in the tent as well. Tent's all set up. We've got the Nortent Vern 1, absolutely cracking tent, solid as a rock. So should be a comfortable night's sleep in there tonight. I'm inside and Logan's just in the vestibule there at the front. He's fine in there. So yeah, so last look around.
Six o'clock in the morning, but Logan's wide awake. He's wanting to be out having a look around. I'm not getting out because it's a bit cold outside and I'm nice and comfy in my sleeping bag, but it's looking nice. Sun's coming up.
So it's a glorious morning here at Princess Bath. The time is, it's 9:30 now. I did wake up a little bit earlier, but it was far too early to get up and be starting to do things. The sun has now totally engulfed the campsite, as you can see. So I got back into the sleeping bag, was lovely and warm, had another couple of hours sleep, and I'm just up now getting breakfast ready. So there isn't a breath of wind at all in the air, so it looks like it's going to be a nice comfortable walk out. As you can see, once again the lake is just beautiful, bathing in the sunshine. If anything, it's a little bit nicer today because yesterday the wind put ripples on the water and you didn't see the reflection, I don't think, in the way that you see the reflection of the mountains and the snow in the lake now. Just magnificent. So yeah, so we're gonna have some breakfast now. It's a bit of oats for me and a coffee, and it's Logan's usual. So we're gonna have something to eat. We'll get the tent all packed away. Gotta say, did me proud again last night. The old Nortent Verne one, super comfortable. Logan just sits in the vestibule there. He was fine all night long. And yeah, so we'll get all this packed away, have something to eat, and then clear off. Come here, Pop. Oh, good. Okay. Let's go, Logan. So that's the ridge line we came across yesterday. We're not going to climb up to it quite so early today, but there's like a little saddle over there out in the middle of the field of view now, and that's where we're aiming for. Just on the walk out now, probably a couple of k's away from the car, I think. So we've done about 18 k's all together, and as you can see, he's still got a spring in his step. He's actually looking for rabbits. Where's the rabbits, Logan? Where's the rabbits? Where's the rabbits? So he's definitely not tired. And there we are, back at the car.